Hello everyone, my name is Melissa Isaacs and I'm a high school family and consumer sciences teacher from Madisonville, Texas. I've been teaching at Madisonville High School for the past 11 years after graduating from Sam Houston State University with my undergraduate degree in family and consumer sciences. This time I'm seeking a master's degree in family and consumer sciences with a minor in curriculum and instruction. Today we're going to talk about a topic that is very dear to my heart, promoting financial literacy in the family and consumer sciences classroom. To me, this is important because I myself, like many undergraduate students, found myself graduating from college with an enormous debt load, one that I didn't think that I would ever be able to overcome. But with the help of financial management and money skills, I was finally able to rid myself of the debt burden that I had been carrying. Teenagers of today are not financially literate, and this is an alarming fact, one that we must do something about in order to reduce the anxiety and the burden that lies upon a person who carries around all of this debt. 90% of our youth are educated about their finances from their family and friends rather than a school setting. The financial situation of today's youth, well, undergraduate loans have increased by 58% from 1997 to 2007. This includes the years that I was in college. The median credit card debt among college students grew 74% over a 5-year period. The increasing debt loads are causing anxiety among young people, and 55% of young adults are not contributing or saving money in an IRA or a 401k, and 40% don't even have a savings account. So some general concerns that we must be aware of are that consumers are made to make complicated financial decisions at a young age. Our current financial education courses are not reaching our teens, and standards-based education reform has left out financial education for teens, choosing to emphasize on math, English, and science skills. Not to say that math, English, and science are not important. However, there are some courses, including family and consumer sciences courses, that teach students the skills that they need to apply what they are learning in the core content areas. And additionally, the content for remaining financial education courses varies greatly nationally. So looking at the socio-demographic concerns, women are less financially literate than men. There's a correlation between race and ethnicity as a predicator of financial literacy. There's a positive statistical association existing regarding financial literacy and knowledge and cognition. Young people whose mothers attained a college degree were more likely to be financially savvy than those whose mothers only had a high school education. And additionally, when a parent's peers plan to attend college, the youth were also more likely to answer questions correctly. So some more concerns and implications for personal finance courses include that parents are the primary teachers of financial literacy. Their potential to improve financial knowledge of high school students comes from two specific means: developing a general knowledge and understanding of various topics in financial education, and recognizing that gender, females, are more likely to show interest than males. However, the males were more likely to be correct regarding financial education, that students that work are more likely to be intrigued, that the type of high school courses was imperative for students to increase motivation. And when students used his or her own credit card, they were more likely to be interested in financial education. So how do we help teens become financially literate? Well, we need to recognize three important things. When it comes to learning, a teenager is more likely to prefer an interactive game than rote knowledge. They're more likely to learn when the information is relevant and current to his or her own needs. And when it comes to personal finance, they would rather learn about it at school than from their parents and other family members or friends, which is where most of the students are gaining that knowledge. Now, in the state of Texas, financial literacy is required as part of the educational process. There are 14 areas which cover financial literacy. Now, I only picked out a few to put on this slide, and that includes understanding interest, avoiding and eliminating credit card debt, managing money to transition from renting to buying a home, beginning a savings program, balancing a checkbook, the methods of paying for college. Some of the other parts that were required include buying insurance, starting a small business. The Texas Education Agency has a route to teach personal financial literacy. And sadly, in my opinion, the route does not include utilizing family and consumer sciences courses to teach these. But they're looking at the programs and the materials that they have approved to be used for teaching financial literacy. There is not one program that meets all 14 of the standards. And the TEKS for the classes are intended for seniors in an economics course and for mathematics students for kindergarten through 8th grade students. So how do we help bridge the gap and to make a difference in the family and consumer sciences course? And the way we do that is to go ahead and implement financial education despite the fact that it is not one of the approved methods and routes. For many, many, many years, family and consumer sciences professionals, home economics specialists, have been teaching financial education and financial management through courses such as Family Resource Management. So we can integrate financial education into existing courses that we already have, those such as Principles of Human Services or Dollars and Cents. The best way for an educator to do this is to assess the developmental stage of the teens. We found that it's the most effective at the high school level, which is interesting considering that kindergarten through 8th grade students are the primary target for the Texas Education Agency. And we can develop or utilize existing curriculum. So the first course that we can use is the Dollars and Cents course. And in the Dollars and Cents course, there are 6 distinct components, and all 6 of them relate back to the 14 topics that the Texas Education Agency has set forth. And that includes the management of individual and family resources, consumer skills related to housing needs, the consumer and the economic environment, and even careers in consumer services. Because every career or every course in the Family and Consumer Sciences cluster in the state of Texas has some route to a career. A unit of study that we could use is in the Principle of Human Services course, which is intended for 9th grade students or as a beginning course in Family and Consumer Sciences. And there's a unit on consumer service already built into the TEKS of this course. And in the unit, the students are to demonstrate the skills necessary to enhance the personal and career effectiveness in consumer services. This includes decision-making, budgeting, and the allocation and use of finances. So what are the benefits of financial education in the FACS classroom? Well, we're building upon skills that are already being taught, that are already being mandated by the Texas Education Agency in the kindergarten through 8th grade classes. We're also preparing students for the 12th grade economics class. By doing this, we're fostering a co-curricular relationship to teach the necessary skills for financial success. We're utilizing existing curriculum, courses of study, and programs. We're not having to reinvent the wheel. We're reinforcing the necessity to engage in healthy financial decision-making skills. There are resources available for FACS educators. The Texas Cooperative Extension Services has a multitude of supplies and resources. The Curriculum Center for Family and Consumer Sciences at Texas Tech University and the statewide Instructional Resource Center at Stephen F. Austin State University both have many supplies and scopes and sequences already developed. The Utah Education Network and financial organizations and nonprofits often have lesson plans and resource books for FACS educators. So it's important for us as family and consumer sciences professionals to recognize one way that we can promote financial literacy is by integrating it into the family and consumer sciences classroom, recognizing that as young people grow up, all too soon they have to make very important decisions regarding his or her financial future.